Welcome to the very first treasure hunting with Katharyne. I sell on Amazon and eBay, and I'm always getting asked a lot of questions about what I do. So I figured that I'd start showing you what I do. Today's a Saturday, so Saturday's yard sale day. So I was up at 6 a.m, still dark. Thankfully I live in sunny San Diego. Not quite so sunny as it usually is today, but it's pretty good. And I hit the yard sales, and I spent $45 today watching the cash flow a bit because it's spring. Sales are a little bit slower than usual, especially a bit slower than Christmas, and we're on the recovery from Christmas. But $45, and this is my haul. So not too bad there. Let's see what we got. We got CDs. A lot of CDs. A guy sold me his entire CD collection. He really wanted to sell it. He was going, $20, take it away, $20, take it away. So I was looking through, and one or two of them are still sealed. So, like this one, for example, I had a look at it, and it's got the Borders sticker still on it there, $11.99. So we can find out the actual value. What I do, I use my phone. And I use an app called Scam Power, which I love. It's an awesome application. A really ace guy, Chris Green, runs the Scam Power group, and he got me started down this route. I read his book, he got me started. So I tend to use Scam Power. There are other apps. There's one called Profit Bandit, and Amazon have their own applications. I like Scam Power because this is what it does. You see the barcode on the CD? I scan it with my phone, and then we look and we wait for it to come up, and it tells me exactly what it's worth. So I can see from this that this CD sells for $12.25 new. Now, we're not getting the whole story when we find out that it actually sells on Amazon for $12.25, because there's fees involved. So what we have to look at is the actual payout after we've paid all the fees to Amazon. And thankfully, Scam Power does this for me. So it tells me that the net payout on this, I don't know if you can see that, it's quite bright sunlight, I think you can. The net payout on a new CD is $8.14. So that's a pretty good payout. That's $12.26 the CD sells for, and after all the fees, I would get $8.14. But what I can see from this is a merchant fulfilled sale. Now, merchant fulfilled is like eBay. You send the actual CD, you take it, you put it in an envelope, and you send it to your buyer when they buy it on Amazon. Now, I go the FBA route. FBA means fulfilled by Amazon. And what that means is that I pack up everything that I've got to sell, and I send it in a really big box to Amazon, and they sort it in their warehouse, and they do all the packing and all the shipping to customers for me. Now, this has an added bonus, as well as not having to deal with the packing and shipping individually. They also handle the customer service, and they handle the shipping, the free shipping. So customers love it. If they're paying for Prime, they look for any items they can see that say Prime. If you want to buy this CD and you're paying now $99 for Prime, you want your money's worth. So you click that Prime only button on Amazon, and you'd see this CD. Now, you'll see all the merchant fulfilled ones which are there, but there's no one offering it on Prime brand new. So probably I could sell it for a little bit more than the $12.24 and probably make a little bit more money off it. So my offer could be a little bit higher than the other people's. Let me show you how this works. So one thing I really like selling on Amazon is books. So I bought a bunch of books today. You can see them here. There are some really nice cookbooks. Now, a lot of people say don't bother selling cookbooks. They're wrong. There's good cookbooks. There's some really good cookbooks. A lot of them, yeah, they're worthless. They're worth maybe a penny. You'll sell them for a penny and $3.99 for shipping, so maybe you'll make 50 cents off them. But there's some good cookbooks. This one, for example, it's got a $5 sticker. $5 is a lot to pay for any book at a yard sale. But these people knew. They knew they had a good book here. They were right. I took a look at it. I used ScanPass, so let's take another look on my phone using ScanPass. We've got the barcode. One second. Ooh. So what you can actually see, there's a $70 price tag inside the book, so we know it's a good book. It's in nice condition. And yeah, here's the ScanPass results. So what we can see here, brand new, this book is selling for $100 with an $84 payout. This book isn't brand new. It's pretty good. It's pretty clean. You can see that. The pages look really nice. There's a few marks on the front. I can probably deal with this. We can probably use a wet wipe and scrub those off. We can see if we can make that look nicer. At the moment, it would probably sell in good condition, maybe very good. I think if we can clean it up, we can definitely go for very good, because the pages are really clean. So, if we look at the used prices, the cheapest used price on here is $38 in good condition. Okay, now that's not prime. So we'll be selling prime because we're going to do it FBA. We're going to send it to Amazon and get them to handle the shipping and use the prime shipping. So we can probably put the price up. We can maybe even meet the price. Maybe not the $100 price, but I think we could probably list it for at least $50 or $60. Now the other thing to look at, it's not just price, we have to look at the rank. Now what rank will tell you is how quickly something will sell. Now this has a rank of about 500,000. In books, that's not bad. Anything under 1 million is going to sell. It's going to sell at least a copy, probably a copy a month. There's actually charts you can look at that will tell you the exact rank. But I usually would look at anything under 1 million and be pretty happy that it's going to sell within at least a few months. So, and actually you can change that by, if you drop the price, probably you can sell it quicker than that. So we know that the cheapest selling copy on here, not using Prime, is $38. So I would price this, probably I'm going to price it at about $50 to $60. And hopefully in very good condition, I would expect that to sell probably within 2 months. So that's a pretty good turnover for $5 if we can sell it for, say, $50. So what else did we buy this morning? Well, I've got my bunny rabbit here. I didn't buy him this morning. You may wonder what the bunny rabbit's about. It's Easter. Easter's coming up. So one thing I've been doing, whilst not yard sailing, is doing a bit of retail arbitrage, looking for Easter products. And I've been making my own bundles, and a lot of them have Easter bunnies in it. I'll talk more about bundles in another of these awesome videos, hopefully soon. But for now, my bunny's going to keep me company. There he is. So, back to this morning's yard sale. What did we get? Well, now bear in mind, $45, and we got all this. Another thing I bought, a lady offered me all these Wii games. Oh, and some DVDs and a few more books. So I said, okay, and I offered her $20 for them. She was really happy. $20. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Wii games there. I looked at this one. I did a scan power on this one. Let's see what we got. This is the Sims 2 Pets. Now, one of my daughters talks about this all the time. She loves The Sims. When you put animals in there, so much the better. Net payout. $21.80 in good condition. Awesome. So with this one, and it's got a 14,000 rank, which is pretty good going in video games. We've also got some really popular games here. We've got Mario Party 8, which is super popular. We've got an American Idol game. We've got a Wii Fit game. Now, I was a bit hesitant about this because I know it's part of a package. So selling it on Amazon might be a bit dodgy. You have to sell the whole package on Amazon. So I was careful with this to make sure that even the inlay, the instructions were there. Because Amazon's pretty strict. If you're found selling things that aren't intact or in pretty decent usable condition or things that are damaged, it's not going to go well for you on Amazon. You're probably going to get negative feedbacks. You may get policy violations. You want to stay away from those. So what I tend to do is I sell really nice stuff on Amazon. I try and make everything complete, intact, and I'm very careful about my conditions. I tend to undergrade where possible. So if I think a book's either good or very good, I usually go with good, because that way you have a happy customer. It's better to under-promise, over-deliver, and that's what I always try to do. And I think it's a smart thing to do on Amazon, because getting feedback is tough. It's not like eBay. eBay, everyone leaves feedback, everyone's happy. Amazon, the feedback is tough, and as soon as people are unhappy, they'll leave that bad feedback. And what that does, it counts against your account. So be careful with Amazon. Always be super careful with Amazon and send them your best stuff. Another thing is I won't send DVDs to Amazon anymore. A lot of people say that's paranoid, but I've read too many horror stories. You send in DVDs to Amazon, if there's any suspicion that they're counterfeit, they can remove them. And they don't have to be counterfeit. I've heard of people buying them from retail stores. And what happens? The big studios, they don't like it. They say this might be a counterfeit product. And the problem is, if you're not getting that product from a recognised wholesaler and you don't have the receipts to prove it, you've bought them from a yard sale, Amazon aren't going to accept it. So I won't send DVDs to Amazon. A lot of people will, but I won't. So, a couple of things. The Wii Fit, I don't think I can sell this on Amazon, but Wii Fit still sells for about $80 on Amazon, and it probably sells for not less than that on eBay. So there's probably a lot of people who want the whole package. They've got the balance board, but they're missing the game. And I've had this problem with Guitar Hero and Rock Band and other similar products that you get the game and the controllers. And a lot of people have the controllers, or they pick up the controller from a thrift store. They don't have the game. So I think there's still market for this game, but this is probably an eBay item. I'm probably going to sell this on eBay. Now, I did get a DVD today. I got this one. It's the Bee Gees, because they're awesome. And I found something with DVDs. A lot of DVDs, they're not worth much. They're not worth much at all, especially blockbuster movies. It's just really difficult to sell used movies. So they tend to be, you might get $1 back on them, just because there's a huge amount of competition. I found that music DVDs, they tend to have decent prices. They tend to sell fairly well. So I picked this one up. It was in the bundle with all the Wii games for $20, plus a couple of books. So I got a great deal there. And I looked, and this is like a $25 DVD on Amazon. So I figure I can stick this on eBay. It'll probably only take me 2 minutes to list. And hopefully we can get at least $10, $15 back from it. So all in all, we got 8 Wii games, a DVD, and we got a couple of books there. That was a pretty good return on $20. So just a couple of other things I want to share with you that I bought today. I think there's a board game going on over there. It sounds really exciting, so I'm sorry if there's a bit of ambient noise. Hopefully you can still hear this. Couple of other things I bought today. Starbucks mugs. Hey! Oh, let me turn this around. There we go. Love Starbucks mugs. Now these aren't super exciting, but I thought they were pretty and they're kind of cute. And also they're in really good condition. This one's still got the label on the bottom. Now, I've had mixed luck with Starbucks mugs. I've had a couple of awesome sales. In fact, one of my favourite sales, I sold an Ensenada Starbucks mug. So those are the global icon mugs that have a picture of a famous landmark on. Now, there's a town in Mexico called Ensenada. Now, the story goes there's only like 1, maybe 2 Starbucks there, and they didn't produce many mugs for this town. And people who want the whole set need the Ensenada mug. I sold it last year for $400. I found it in the thrift shop for like, I don't know, about 80 cents. Sold it for $400. That's been my favourite Starbucks sale to date. I had a Halloween one as well, and I sold that to someone at a big TV studio in New York for about, I think, $80, $90, and that had a spider on it, and it was so cool. It was a spider Halloween mug, and it was produced only for baristas. Again, I found it in a thrift shop. Really great sale. So some Starbucks mugs are awesome. You'll always have a good sale from them. I've got a Paris mug up at the moment for about $40. Most of them will sell in the $20 to $30 range. And also you can bundle them. You can put several themed mugs together. But people, they love Starbucks mugs. So I really like this one. And hey, check out the price tag. 25 cents. It's a good deal. So even if I don't sell it, I can make my tea in it. It's a good buy. It's a good buy. And there's always fun things you can get at yard sales. I pick up stuff for my kids all the time. So, oh, there's one other thing I bought this morning that I was really excited about. So, I think Sarah Palin would like this. This is the Monopoly Alaska edition. Now, I got it for $1. I'm pretty excited about this. So, we can run a scan on this. I didn't even bother while I was at the yard sale because a board game for $1 and it's sealed. Hey! So, I scanned it. And let's see if we can bring this up again. So, brand new, the Monopoly Alaska edition sells for $75 minimum. In collectible condition, on FBA the cheapest is $24 with a payout of $14. That's just an acceptable condition. In very good condition, you're looking at probably a payout of about $30 to $40. Now this is sealed. I'm a little concerned about it. There's one thing that worries me about it, and I looked at the shrink wrap there. I don't think this is factory shrink wrapped. I really hate to say it, but I don't think this is factory shrink wrapped. So, I was hoping this was an $80 item, and it may be, it may have been. And at Christmas, this is the other thing with Amazon, sometimes it's worth waiting for Christmas. I bought 3 deluxe Scrabble sets last year. I priced them high. I priced them high because I knew they were worth something good. But they didn't sell. They took a few months to sell, and then they all sold in December. And I think I sold one for about $90, one for about $70. So they sold really high, but I had to wait till December to get that sale. So this might be the same. Looking at it, it doesn't have a very high rank. It's about 200,000 in toys, which is a slow seller. It means it does sell, it has sold, but it's slow. That may be because it's priced super high. Now, back to this shrink wrap. What I found out, some thrift shops do rewrap games. Now, this might be factory sealed. Honestly, it might be factory sealed and might just be a little bit wonky there. I don't know. Another thing that when I looked at it, let's see if I can show you this. There's a number written there. It looks like whoever had this, they paid $6 for this at the thrift shop. Now, we can deal with this. That's not a big problem. There's a good trick. You can get marker pen of anything. Sanitizer or just alcohol. Just rubbing alcohol. It'll get marker pen off. So, yeah, look at that. We can get this number right off. So that's not a problem. My problem is that I want to send this to Amazon. But I think I'll be taking a chance. Because if I sell this as new, and someone opens it up and finds that it's been played with, and that the thrift store rewrapped it and then sold it to someone, who then sold it at a yard sale, who then sold it to me, it might not look good for my account. They might complain to Amazon about me, which is the worst case scenario, or they might leave me a negative feedback, and I don't want to risk that, even if it means $30 or $40 difference. Some people would take that chance. I probably won't, so I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to have to open this. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on it, but probably I'm going to open this box and check the contents. So I can't sell it as new. I can, if it's all sealed inside here, the box is fine. I'll sell it as like new. If it's opened and it's been played with, then I'll have to grade it. I'll have to look at good or very good. Board games are awesome. You can make really good money off board games, especially on Amazon. But they have to be intact, and they have to have the instructions. Some people will print off the instructions off the internet, and some people will say in their condition notes there's no instructions. You can do this. You can try it. You'll probably be fine. Personally, I just like to make sure everything's intact because I like to look after my Amazon account very, very carefully. So if I'm not sure about something, I'll probably sell it on eBay. You won't get as much money on eBay, and it's a hassle to sell on eBay because you have to list it individually and you have to type it up and you have to write about it. But you can be honest about the condition, and you can be very specific about the condition, and you're not tied by the same very strict grading guidelines as you are on Amazon. So I'll probably sell this Monopoly game. I'll probably sell it on Amazon, but I think I'm going to have to open that shrink wrap. I'm going to do some research first just to see if this particular type of Monopoly has a habit of having wonky shrink wrap. But I have a feeling that it's probably been opened before and it's been rewrapped. So this is something to be careful of. You might get burnt with this really easily because some thrift shops, they do rewrap things and they're not brand new. They look new, they're not new, and people will know when they open it up. Okay, so this is what I've bought today. We've got Starbucks mugs. We've got a ton of CDs. Now, I didn't cover the CDs in much detail. I might sell some of these individually on Amazon. We know that one or two of them are worth $10, maybe anywhere between about $5, $10. A lot of them, they have list prices of about $6. So there's some great CDs here, like really great CDs. There's a Cirque du Soleil one there in really good condition. Annie Lennox, we've got everything. We've got Thomas Dolby, Brian Ferry, the Moulin Rouge soundtrack, the Pulp Fiction soundtrack. There's some really, really awesome CDs here. So I could sell them on Amazon individually. I'll probably actually only get $1 back, because if they're $6 CDs and they're in good condition, probably after the fees, selling FBA, I'll probably only make $1, because Amazon will take a couple of dollars. There'll be a referral fee. It's not really worth sending anything to Amazon FBA that's under $6 or $7. It's just not worth it. You probably won't even get $1 back. So FBA is better for items over $8 or $10. So I'll probably pick out the best ones. I'll probably take the ones that I know are worth something. Like, I know this CD is probably worth about $10 or $12. And as long as it looks good, as long as there's no scratches and it's in good condition, I'm going to send that to Amazon. I'm going to send the sealed ones to Amazon. And then probably I'm going to divide the rest up into lots, and I'm going to sell them on eBay. Now, this is always a problem with lots. If you have a lot of something, on eBay, you can almost always make more money selling them individually. I could probably make more money on eBay if I sold these for $10 each. However, I have to list them twice, so I have to decide if it's worth it. If I have a lot of these, I could probably just put them together in a lot and sell them in a lot. So it's usually a bit of a trade-off. You can sell cheap in a lot, like a wholesale lot, which may suit you if you bought them for very cheap. Like, if I buy these for 25 cents and sell a bunch of them for $20, that's great. I make a really good profit. But if I sell them individually, I'll probably make more money, but it's more work. So I don't really want to list all these CDs. I mean, there's probably about 50 CDs here. I don't want to sit and list 50 CDs. I don't have time for that. I could maybe hire someone to do it. I could bribe my daughter to do it for me. But probably what's easier is just to sort them into a genre or a type of music, and then I'll sell them in a lot on eBay. I've done this before with CDs, and actually there's a pretty good return. People do still buy CDs, and they are still interested in the collection, but it's probably better to keep them together by genre. So I see there's a lot of world music here, there's a lot of ambient music, there's some 80s music. I can probably group them. So the best ones I'm going to send to Amazon. The other ones I'm going to send in a lot. I'm just going to sell in a lot on eBay, and that's probably the way I'm going to do that. So, to finish off, let's look at a couple of things that I've actually sold this week. I've sold a few things this week, and I've got 3 things to pack up today. So, let's see what I've got to pack up. The first one, hey, Street Fighter 2. I just sold this on eBay for $22.95. I think I bought it for 50 cents. Actually, I think it was less than that. I bought this at an estate sale with a pile of gaming magazines. Did so well out of it. The gaming magazines, they were Nintendo Power and I think Electronic Gaming Monthly, and I bought a huge box of them, and I think it cost me about $12. I sold the Nintendo Power for $100. A man made me an offer of $100 on eBay, and I sold those to him. I picked out a few of them first, that had something cool about them, like a really popular game, or there was one about the Virtual Boy, the old console. And I sold those individually on eBay for about $15, and then I sold the rest in a lot, and I sold those for $100. And I think I sold the electronic gaming ones for $40. And then there were a couple of these guides. So there was one for a game called Earthbound that I sold on Amazon. I can't remember how much it went for. It was over $50. And this one's just sold for $22. So old gaming things, be on the lookout for anything about old gaming. Pokemon sell amazingly well. Nintendo, anything Nintendo. So out of that sort of $12 box of magazines, huge return, really, really good buy. So I super recommend anything gaming. Still on books, I picked this book up a week ago. I think it was last Saturday. And I bought a box of books from a rummage sale. It was a church rummage sale. And I was looking at this, and I scanned it, and for some reason I found this awesome box of books, and everything I scanned was just a great book. And it looked like they'd put it out late, or that someone had tried to buy it and then decided not to, because all the books in it were awesome. And I looked at this one, and I wasn't sure about this one. I'm like, Allen Ginsberg, okay. And I scanned it, and it wasn't that great. But then I opened it up, and hey, check it out. Signed Allen Ginsberg. So I took a look on eBay, and really I needed a quick sale. So I put it on eBay last week, and it sold for $90. $90 last week. Hey! So that was a really, really good sale. I think I bought it for 50 cents at the rummage sale. All these books were just great books. I love rummage sales for books. They can get really competitive. There's a lot of people there with scanners, a lot of booksellers, but you get a feel for books. Books are really fun to buy. And I'll probably talk more about books and what to look for. But that one was a winner. Just signed $90 for a 50-cent book. Yay! And here's my other really great sale of the week. So this is Shiseido. I can't even pronounce it. It's a beautiful, beautiful cologne. And it's Japanese. It's really rare. It's really unusual. So I did a ton of Googling on this. I looked it up. And I couldn't find this. I couldn't find this particular cologne anywhere. I think I picked this up in an estate sale with a whole load of perfumes. I think it was about $2. So I sniffed it. It smells amazing. It smells so good. And I looked up the brand, and I found that they have a lot of perfumes, they have a lot of bath products, and they sell really, really well on eBay. I just took a chance on this. I didn't research it when I bought it, because it was only, as I say, it was about $2. So I listed it. I aimed high, and I listed it for $129, and that was, let's see, that was a week ago. I think I listed it, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I dropped the price a little bit. I think I started at $139, and then I just dropped the price $10, and I had it listed for $129. Now 3 days ago, someone sent me an offer of $65. Now, I'm kind of cheeky because I bought this for $2 and I didn't have a clue what to price it at. I just picked a number out of thin air, $129. So she sent me an offer for $65, and I was debating. I thought, oh, do I accept the $65 offer and take, hey, $63 profit with fees, or do I go a little bit higher? So I was a little bit greedy, not super greedy, but I said, look, I'd really like to sell this for $80. Because here was my logic. I felt I had a lot of watches on this, so clearly there was interest. So if there was interest at $129, I figured if I listed it for, say, $95, I would probably sell it outright, or $90, I would sell it outright. So this lady offered me $65. I went back to her and I said, okay, I'd like to sell it for $80. And the next morning she accepted, and I had a sale. So yay, yesterday I sold this $2 cologne for $80. So that was a really nice sale. And hey, that paid for my whole yard sale haul here, with extra left over for lunch. So that's pretty much what I do. I sell on eBay, I sell on Amazon, and hopefully I'll make more of these videos so that I can talk to you about it all, explain more about what I do. I can probably explain more about my bunny rabbit and what I'm doing for Easter. We can talk more about books. If you've enjoyed listening to this, please like it, share it, send me feedback. This is the very first time I've done this. I'd love to hear what you think. I'm very grateful to everyone in the Amazon, the eBay communities. I've been doing this for about 18 months, 2 years, and I've learnt so much. I've learnt so much just from being on Facebook, from following the groups, from reading books. There's a lot of really great people out there putting out podcasts, spreecasts. Chris Green, my favourite. I wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't learned what he does. So thank you everyone for listening, and I hope you'll join me again really, really soon. Okay, bye.